hear me? Yes. Hi, my name is Artur. Yes, so this is a lightning talk. Yesterday, with a great colleague of me whom I have met here, we were talking yesterday over the phone about developing ourselves, especially in technical skills. And I would like to share some thoughts with you. So basically, yes, this is in Polish. Non-English speaking people, do you know what is this? We all know what is this. I mean, this is our brain. Yes, and let's go to English. So basically, our brain is a result of thousands of years of evolution. So we have like our genome forked from early humans. Like I think it's something between 700,000 years ago and 200,000 years ago, and we are. I think there are three ways of learning. If we would talk about machine learning, there is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. And basically, I think we are creatures of reinforcement learning over those years. Here, there is a very interesting part, and it's called AM in its shortcut. See, I will just. This is how we are being bubbled with information that So basically, this latter part is called AMCC, anterior mid-cingulate cortex, and this part basically might be responsible for keeping us alive. This part, there are researchers maybe claiming that this part is responsible for maintaining our willingness to live. And I'm sharing my thoughts because I have been observing myself for the last year, and I managed to keep myself in implementing over 200 super heavy, super hardcore tasks. And after this time, I can tell you that there is difference in how we are learning languages, not only spoken ones, but also technical ones. And there is a saying that if you will, you most probably all of us have heard this, that if you enjoy what you are doing, if you love what you are doing, you will not work a single day. We all know this saying. And this saying is true. This is true. We'll get back to this later. Unfortunately, I would like to tell you today that unfortunately, this is true in a way that we would like this to be true. So in Quentin Tarantino's life, I'll give you a quick story. In Quentin Tarantino's life, when he was 25, and he was working for, everybody here knows Quentin Tarantino, popular director and producer. When he was 25, he was working in video tapes, VHS, rental, studio or shop. And at some point, he realized he was talking with a colleague, and he was 25, his colleague was 30, and they were like, Quentin thought that they are having a great time, and his colleague told you that, Quentin, in 1 year from now, we won't even remember about each other. And basically, they were talking, and the point is that they weren't doing anything important, beneficial for both of them, because if when they would change jobs, then basically all of the time spent together would be somehow lost. This is what Quentin realized, and the next day he spent. I'm basing this on one of the interviews with Quentin Tarantino. One of you during next days, he spent one night on planning or reorganizing all of his life, and basically. I would like to tell you that this part, which might be responsible for our willingness to live, develops only when we are putting effort. And in modern times, if you are, I don't want to use buzzwords like we have a very short span of attention and so on. In modern times, there is this, we all have this tendency, we enjoy most probably achieving something very fast. However, those researchers are showing over time that not being able to activate this part, and this part is activated only when we are struggling. like this tension, this, yeah, what I have another, like this part activates only when we are struggling. And if you want to be, if you are coming here, then this already determines that you are, active. If you want to develop your brain, and this most probably we all want to do that because this influences everything around. You can't go for easy, and you just can't. It's like you need to be aware of that. You can't take this away from, you need to keep remembering about that. And also there is yet another very interesting observation that there is distinction between whether we are forced to do something, because there are two conditions that this part of brain is activated. We need to struggle, and we need to do it voluntarily. We can't be forced. And basically, this is another point, that if you think that working hard on things that you are forced to do in your daily life, in your work, if you think that they are making you better technician, you might be wrong, and you need to find a goal and work on it from your. You need to power yourself with your own will. Otherwise, you won't be able to activate this part. And so, unfortunately. So those around more than 200 tasks, super hardcore tasks, I did after resigning from my job, which I was hoping to do for a very long time. And I can tell you that you can, if you do challenges for yourself voluntarily without being forced to, then you can achieve. You can understand a lot of things. They get arranged in your head. You need just to give your time. And as we are, it's easy to see how people are building their muscles. We have Mariusz Pudzianowski, which is the few times the strongest person on earth, actually. And it's easy to see by looking at people how they are growing their muscles, but we can't see that if we look at somebody's else, brain. But this is important. We need to, if you want to develop. There are such a wonderful talks here on WarsawJS. Stay focused. You are coming here voluntarily. Get this knowledge and have fun. And have fun while working. This is basically based. This is, by the way, most of the things that I have told you here is from interview with Andreas Hübner or something like, you know, I can't recall the name. And basically, I would like to tell you, like, so the recap, there are two things you need to do in order to develop your brain. You need to struggle and you need to do it voluntarily. And this saying, so I will be wrapping up, I will wrap this up with referring to this saying, to this first saying, that if you love what you are doing, then you won't work, you know, a single hour in your life. This is true, because actually you won't struggle. This makes this equation to this zeros this formula. And if we want to develop, then we need to consistently remember to, from time to time, make us do this one more exercise, or to spend this 15 minutes more on something, so that we know that it's already out of our comfort zone. So this is not about only psychological safety and health, staying healthy, but it is also about survival. Thank you very much, and I hope you will have great time learning. Yeah, great. Yeah, let's finish this out with have a great time struggling. Yeah, thank you.
More surprises you have in your presentation? No? Say one. Okay. We've got a question. One more question. Sorry, you're going to still stay up here because I think one more last chance here. It's the last session before we close. Are there any more final questions for Artur? Yes, over here.
Could you tell us more about these 200 hard things you did?
Yes. So we were talking. How much time do we have? Are there any questions? Are there any questions? I have written my. There's another question. Yeah. So I will keep it. You know, I have written down my own debundler. So I basically reversed in. No, this is not important. This is not true actually. I managed to debundle bundles which are, you know, in your applications. I managed to extend one of tools which I have been presenting here, which I called Wire Visual Reverse Engineering tools. I have rewritten this 17 times. I have so few versions, yeah, actually. So so actually, thanks to Piotr, I was also able to experiment a little bit with Strapi, which is, and also like 6 of different implementations which I consider, you know, in those 200 actually are in Strapi. So I have been patching Strapi in runtime while debugging. I have been building even my own debugger, which I have. This is very hard to explain, and also I have been spending a lot of time on debugging TypeScript running on production, having 2 separate processes. This is actually the best time to improve your developer performance, and any AI won't help you with that as long as Devin is not true. Basically, you should, when you are building huge project, when you are developing, pay attention that you can transpile your TypeScript project and have NodeMon or anything else like Dino or something, you know, running your runtime, like your transpiled code. Multiple visualization tools, a lot of import maps playing with. I had to patch or mock actually React implementations, because I was also playing with embedding React in Vue, Vue in React. I have done. Okay, this is like also a lot of things in Vue, mounting extensions in runtime in Vue 3, which is not that easy. I think we will be so we have New Year, at least in our calendar, and yeah, maybe we will, be sharing this. I have been recently not talking that much here on WarsawJS as usually. Maybe I should change, to writing blog posts so that you can learn offline, while not only being here. Okay. Do you have any more question?
I think, unfortunately, we've gotten the secret coding signal that no more questions. So yeah, but a pleasure. I'm sure this is not your last time here, Artur.
No,
We're gonna have you
definitely.
back with more suspenseful tricks around. Watch out. Okay, thank you so much. Again, once more, round of applause. Thank you.